Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. It's me, your host, John Green, here with the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers. We are playing today Barnsley. They have a goalkeeper who is both bald and gray-haired. Hopefully that bodes well for us, although, goalkeepers age faster than other people. We've got Bald John Green, another John Green, up front today. We have Derek Milborough as our referee. And we've got in some of the new players today, including Lana, who I just named. I'm pretty proud of that. Hopefully he'll score some goals so that I can say Lana more often. And Barnsley makes me a little bit nervous, but not that nervous. You can see him right there, Lana. And we also have B. Stock. I don't know his first name. If you could tell me his first name, that'd be helpful. And Taylor Fletcher, who's now our best player, not named John Green. I've gone up some skill level here. Today I'm going to tell you a story about, I don't know, what am I going to tell you a story about? You never tell me what you want me to tell you stories about, and so I never know what to tell you stories about. But I think today I'm going to tell you a story. Oh boy, that wasn't my best. Oh, actually that worked out pretty nicely. Come on, we got to finish. Sorry, I'm not telling you what I'm going to tell you a story about. I'm going to tell you a story about Bald John Green, specifically his heritage and how he came to be a member of the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers. I thought it would be helpful if you got to know a little bit more about all the players on the club, so you could, have the attachment to them that you have to the other sports figures you like. Bald John Green is American, and he was born in West Virginia, in a coal mining town. He was really his dad and several of his uncles were coal miners. He was interested in football from a young age, but he was primarily interested in what is called, in the rest of the world, American football. That is the one where you wear the helmets and the pads and whatnot, and you have a life expectancy of 57 if you're a professional, etc. So that was primarily when Bald John Green was in middle school and high school. He was playing Pop Warner football, and then he was a star on his own football team. He was both the kicker and the quarterback of his high school football team. It's a small town in West Virginia. Nothing particularly special about the team, but he was good enough that he got noticed by some scouts. He ended up playing for a Division II college team that primarily allowed him to pay for his college education, although it was obvious as he made the transition to full-time kicker that he was not going to be a professional American football player by any stretch of the imagination. At this point, by his sophomore year in college, and I should say, by the way, that he attended, hold on. Bald John Green! Can't stop him. Weak foot ability. Bald John Green scoring a great goal. He's unstoppable. Look at the way that he celebrates with his supporters in their ponchos. Sorry about the weather, man. Swindon. What can you do, Anyway, Bald John Green went to a Division II school. Great. He did very well academically. It turns out that he really had a gift. Some intellectual talents that weren't being exploited at his in his secondary school or primary school, and really he studied international relations and political science. He was really kind of got the idea that he might one day be a politician. In fact, he still has some political ambitions, but these days, it's enough to be the captain of the Swoodly Poopers, and certainly we look to Bald John Green all the time to settle disputes between the players. So in some ways, he is a politician already. But he, like I said, he was doing really well in school, and he was a perfectly respectable field goal kicker in college. But he wasn't good enough by any stretch of the imagination to go to the NFL. He sort of knew this. He was looking at other career options. But then, when he was a sophomore in college, that's, by the way, why Bald John Green has the mustache. It's a shout out to his family, all of whom are mustachioed, and I don't just mean the men. It's a thing with Bald John Green's family. They have basically Bald John Green goal number 2. You can't stop him. Boy, he's playing great today. On his bio day, he plays especially well, of course. Yes, jump over him. Wow. You know, other John Green and Bald John Green, they have a special connection. That's the only way I can phrase it. So his sophomore year, the soccer coach noticed him kicking field goals and said, you know, you got a hell of a leg, kid, and I know you can run fast. So why don't you try out for the soccer team? He was immediately a star on his college soccer team, and in fact was such a star that he quickly quit playing football. His sophomore year was his last year playing football. He got a full scholarship to play soccer, and then he led his team in his senior year to the national championship. Other John Green, with Bald John Green on the assist. Look how they hug. Look how they hug with the knees between the knees. It's like Dirty Dancing 3 Havana Nights. I guess that was Dirty Dancing 2. All right, so anyway, he led his team to the Division II national championship in his senior year, and then he got a tryout with not with an MLS team, but with my defense is so weak. I need you, Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. Lucas. He got a tryout with a team below the MLS, and there's like 60 teams. I think it's called the USL. Anyway, he got a tryout with the Orlando team. He got that. He got that. He quickly became a starter. Eventually, he was picked up by an MLS club in 2003, and from there, it was a pretty straight shot to the Swoodley Poopers. And it's just been, look at other John Green. That was a weird celebration. They just clicked knees. I wonder if we can see a replay of that, please. See a replay of the knee click and run to each other. No, we're not going to see it. So, Bald John Green has had offers to go play for clubs in higher leagues, particularly when Swindon Town was notoriously demoted to League Two. I will put a link in the doobly-doo to Hitler's response to that. Bald John Green, a couple things that stand out about he and his family. First off, the mustaches. Second off, loyalty. Bald John Green has always, look at that scoreline. John Green, John Green, John Green, and John Green. 2 from Bald John Green, 2 from other John Green. A fantastic first half, even though we've upped the skill level for the Swindon Town Swoodley Poopers. So this team is playing like a team that could go back to the FA Cup final, face Manchester United, and beat the living crap out of those disgusting Manchester United players. Oh, the resentment that we feel about that game. I can't even tell you how the Swoodley Poopers are dealing with it every day. In fact, in Bald John Green's locker, he has the headline from the Swindon Town Gazette from the day after the game that talks about the heartbreak, because he never wants to forget how it felt that day to almost win the FA Cup. He wants to remember so that next time he is in the FA Cup final against God-willing Manchester United again, they beat the holy living hell out of them. Anyway, Bald John Green has really two character traits from his family, loyalty and the mustache. And so when other teams came calling and said, Bald John Green, your transfer value is like $3 million and you could make 4 or 5 times as much money if you would just leave the Swoodley Poopers, he said no. And in fact, the only reason he ever left his USL team in Orlando was because his coach requested that he leave, because his coach had so much faith in his future talent. He felt like he just couldn't allow Bald John Green to stay. So he came to Bald John Green and said, "Listen, you got to go. I know it's something, a choice." Oh boy, he gave up a goal. Oh, to G-Love. Man. I wonder if Special Sauce is also on the team. Anyway, that's a joke that no one will get, because G-Love and Special Sauce have not been famous in so long that no one who is watching this knows who they are. I'm old. So eventually, and then when Bald John Green was in the MLS, he, of course, he loved playing in front of his, in front of fans of from his home country and everything. But in the end, he was transferred against his will. Oh, Bald John Green with the hat trick, shooting 22, finishing +2. We get the blue boots now. Congratulations, Bald John Green. I know you go immediately to other John Green. There are 10 other guys on the pitch you could hug, Bald John Green, but you seem to always choose other John Green. I'm not trying to make any insinuations here. I'm just stating facts. So So congratulations to Ballad John Green on his hat trick. So eventually he was sold to Swindon Town because his MLS team felt like he wasn't worth the money, and they needed to improve their cash flow. So he went to Swindon Town against his will. But once he arrived there, he immediately fell in love with the people of Swindon, the city. Obviously, it's lovely weather, as you can see today, and almost every day in Swindon. And just such a privilege to him to play for the Swoodley Poopers. And you know, no one works harder on the club than Ballad John Green. So that's the story of Swindon Town's captain. Let me know if you'd like to hear other stories about myself or about the players on this team. They all have some fascinating backstories, from voluptuous Pericard to Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin to other John Green, who also has a hat trick. Wow, 6 goals for John Greens. In fact, I'm going to have to take out the John Greens so that they can get their proper love from the crowd here after their 6 goals. I'm going to put in voluptuous Pericard and Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin so that John Green and John Green can leave the game together and get the response from the crowd that they deserve, because wow, they really have played great. And you got to let go of each other at some point. Yeah, I know. It's the love that dare not speak its name. Look at that bald gray goalkeeper. He just hasn't had a great day today. So let's give a round of applause to John Green and John Green for fantastic work, and let's bring on voluptuous Pericard and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Voluptuous Pericard has had a fascinating life, by the way, if you ever want to hear about him. But I also, I'm happy to tell stories about myself. I just don't know what kind of stories you want to hear, because that's never the highest rated comment. The highest rated comment is always, can we get Bald John Green jerseys? We looked into that. They're very expensive. They're like $40. I don't think you really want to spend $40 on a Bald John Green jersey. So maybe, but not right now. And do we have to monetize, the rise of the Swoodley Poopers? It'd be one thing if that money was going to invest in new players. Voluptuous Pericard breaking away. Oh, voluptuous Pericard, he can't score. He's nicely built, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but well put together for a soccer player. There's tons of guys on the team, though. You got Lonnie and lots of others as well. Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin from way outside. You can't slow that guy down. He just believes in himself. That's what I like about him. But I'm really happy with the Swoodley Poopers this season. I think we've got a great club, and I'm looking forward to spending the season with them and with you. And I hope that you will join us on this crazy journey that will hopefully allow us to win the championship and then go on to the Premier League. Wouldn't that be amazing? Swindon Town in the Premier League, playing the likes of my beloved Liverpool, Bolton Wanderers, Wolves, who somehow manage to stay up every year, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United. I mean, can you imagine getting to go to Old Trafford and playing games on a regular basis when you're the Swoodley Poopers? I mean, that would just be magical. To be able to play Arsenal, the team, Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin with the 7th goal of the game. I mean, you've got to say at this point that our opponents are well and truly humiliated. I want to apologize to Barnsley that there is no mercy rule in professional soccer, because we have kicked the crap out of you. Sorry for cursing. Oh no, we can't give up another goal. Good job, boys. Come on, let's not give up another goal. Let's play this one out. Anyway, and also, if there's anything else you want to know about Bald John Green, if you have specific questions about him or anything like that, I'm happy to tell you stories. Voluptuous Pericard! Oh, voluptuous Pericard! I forgot to hit the B button. I was so excited about his breakaway. I don't know if I have to go up another skill level. I don't want to be too good. Wow, look at that score line. We got scored on by G Love, but other than that, it was 2 hat tricks from 2 different John Greens, and then the icing on the cake was provided by Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin. Thank you for watching another episode of John Plays FIFA. We'll continue our run to the Premier League next time, and you will hear me then. And again, tell me what to talk about, and as always, my friends, best wishes.